Hi everyone, welcome back to my animal life. So, I haven't made a video in just a little bit. So I'm just going to give you an update. I'm not showing you anything today. I'm just giving you a little update of what's happening and what's to come really. A lot is to come. So this is why I want to give you a little heads up of what's going to happen in the future and what the videos are going to be like. So first things first, do you like a picture wall? So this wall is fake. Me and my mum had this wall put up. Yeah, so me and my mum actually built this wall. We got permission by the council or whatever. We had a little help from my granddad, but he can't really do much nowadays, so he kind of just sat there and instructed us what to do. But anyway, so yeah, it's got all my rabbits. It's got me being stupid a couple of Christmases ago. There's Ziggy, all my rabbits, and my little puppy dog. So hopefully this wall will be full by the next video, hopefully. What I do is that every month I print off all my photos and just put them on this wall. So hopefully this middle bit will be full soon, and then we'll start on the top. But yeah, I hope it don't fill up too fast because I don't have any more walls. Well, I do, but I've got things hung up on them. But yeah, so that's that. This whole room is rabbit themed. I got this big rabbit, and if I was thinking you're a bit old to have teddies, literally the only teddy I own are rabbits. That's not because I like teddies, it's just because I like rabbits and it's a rabbit. So that's what I got. Yeah, I've got 2 more of a rabbit teddies, and then that's it, I've got 3 altogether. So I don't really know what to start. So I'll just start by updating you with all my animals and how they're doing. So first we'll start off with Delilah. So some amazing news has happened with Delilah recently. Very recently, like I think it was only like 4 days ago. She passed her first level of service dog, which means she will get her lead that says she's a service dog. With her and the training that she's doing, she has to wear a halter on her nose. It doesn't hurt her. To be honest, she does, in my personal opinion, she does not need it. She does not pull on the lead, but she has to have it for the training. She only has to have it until she's completed the 3rd level of the service dog training. Once she's completed that and she's got her certificate saying that she's done it, she does no longer need to wear it. It's just because she's a young service dog, she's a puppy, so that's why she needs it. She's officially 5 months old this Tuesday coming. So yeah, she's a service dog. So next week, hopefully all her lead and harness and her little card that just basically says that it's a legal act, she's allowed to be in public places and stuff like that legally by the law, and then it says a name, a little picture of her, and then my name, and my phone number, and the company that we're doing this training with, his number as well. So that should be all here by next week. Once it is here, I will make a little video on that as well. So yeah, that's exciting news. I can't wait. So the reason why she's my social service dog, sorry. So she's got two names. So she's been trained to be a service dog. because of my anxiety, I can't go in shops on my own anymore. I'm actually really struggling at the minute with going to shops on my own, especially with me not travelling on buses anymore, with me not going to college. I do go to work, I do work. I work at a dog kennels and a cattery. So I do work, and yes, I do have to get on a bus to work, but that's 2 buses. It's just not as many buses what I used to go on. So like if my mum said to me, oh, you need to go to Darwin, I've not been on a Darwin bus, so I would not go on it without Delilah. I've come very dependent on Delilah, which isn't really good. It isn't it's not the best thing, but it is why I've got her. She is my company, she's my shoulder. She's just everything to me, really. No, I shouldn't really rely on her quite a lot. She is only a puppy, but that is why I've got her. And the more I say it, I realise that even if I try not to, I am dependent on her to go places and stuff like that. She's just everything to me, and when I go out on my own, I can tell that I'm very anxious, I'm very shooken up. Nothing has to happen, I'm just very aware of my surroundings and stuff like that, and but when I'm with Delilah, I'm very confident, and I'm just like, I go where I'm going and I get back as soon as I can, but I don't worry. I don't worry nowhere near as much as what I would if I was on my own. So yeah, everything's going well with her. The only thing that we're having a problem with is recall, really, but with her being a service dog and with her being a working dog, she does not go off the lead not a lot. The only time she goes off the lead is when we go to this house home. It's called a home field. Someone owns it. It's all secure. Xena and Delilah go every Tuesday for an hour. No, for 2 hours, sorry. So they go every Tuesday to that, and then obviously she comes to work with me and she gets to go on the secure field there. That's the only time she's off lead, because she doesn't know her name. Like, because she's a puppy, she does know her name, but because she's a puppy, she gets distracted, and if she's distracted, she does not listen to her name. Obviously, some dogs are better than others. It's nothing to do with obviously she goes service training, yeah. And even they said that that dog breed, she's a German pointer, aren't very good at listening to their names at a young age, because she's a hunter. She's very fixed on moving little things, like little moving things distract her like that. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just who she is. Obviously I can, this service training is obviously helping. The only thing that she's learnt so far on the service training is, 1, to get on a bus and not jump up at everyone who enters the bus, which she's amazing at. She does not bother anybody. She's amazing. She just sits there, so and she comes on me, so she sits on me, which is perfectly fine. I'm okay with that. If anything, it makes me more comforted. Obviously, when she's fully grown, she no, she can't do that. She can't physically fit on my lap. She can barely fit on my lap anymore. She's hanging off at both ends. I've got to hold her up. But obviously, while she's a puppy and while she's training, that's absolutely fine. The service dog trainer knows that she does that, and he says that's just because she's a puppy and she wants to be close. So that's what she taught. She was taught, and she was also taught. We did this training, like going into Pets at Home and a dog friendly cafe and stuff like that, where we go into a shop. She can't jump up at food. She can't jump up at shelves. She can't jump up at people. And she's got to stay by my side. She can't go wandering off, because basically she's on the lead, this lead that's coming in the next 2 weeks. It wraps around your waist. Because she's a service dog, you're supposed to be hands free. So she's around my waist, tightly around my waist, and on a short lead here. So she can't. The lead doesn't allow her to go any further than by my side, so I don't have to worry about that. But the type of service dog she is, she's an emotional support service dog, and she's an anxiety service dog. So you're supposed to be hands-free. She is supposed to, I think it's a 3rd level of it, she's supposed to know when I get too anxious and she's supposed to stop me or something. But if that doesn't happen, it's fine. It's just it's all a working process really. I wanted her as emotional support really, where she just, the emotional support bit is the reason why I'm hands-free from her. It's because she's just an emotional support animal. I don't need to hold her. I need to be able to do my own things but know she's there, kind of thing. I will make a video on it when all the stuff's come. Apparently she's got a harness coming, a lead that says service dog and do not disturb, a new halty mask thing with cushioning so it doesn't dig into her, and that card that apparently I'm not legally advised to show anyone this card if they ask for it, but obviously if I feel like it I will. So yeah, that's Delilah really. She's doing really well. She eats twice a day. She has lick mats as well just before, well, when we go to bed. So obviously she has that and then she'll hopefully settle down. She's crate trained. She's doing really well with crate training. She's got shitloads of toys, mama language. Yeah, she's got lots of toys. And she's currently, shall I show you? Try and spot Delilah. There she is. But yeah. There we go. So yeah. Happy. So, you can see her little nose. Oh, you can see her face. Hello, baby. So she does get very, very tired. Because of all the work she does. She's not working today. She's got a day off. We're not going anywhere. She's knackered. She needs a break. And plus, I don't need to go out again now till Tuesday. Right, Tuesday. So that's the next time when she'll be working. Obviously, the only time she does work is when she's working with me. So when I'm going out, that's when she's working. Yeah. So at the minute, because she doesn't have any proof that she's a service dog, no, she hasn't been in any public shops yet. She's been in Pets at Home, but that's it. But yeah, so she hasn't been in any public places because she has no proof. And if anyone, every service dog has to have a lead that says do not disturb service dog, and they have to have their harness on. They don't actually, rewind, that's a lie. A service dog isn't required to wear the harness, because not all dogs like harnesses. As long as you've got your card on your own, that is when you need the card really. You need the card when you don't have that harness or a lead. If you don't have the harness, you must have the lead. If you don't have the lead, you must have the harness. It's just vice versa. She'll have everything on. She'll have a harness and a lead and a halter, everything like that. That is what they're supposed to have. Obviously, not all dogs like harnesses, not all dogs like halters. She's a puppy, so legally she has to have a halter on at the minute, part of her training. But she's doing good, aren't you? You're so tired today because you've done so much work. So much work this week. Hey, so much work. So we were at work. I was actually at work. quite a lot this week, which meant she had to come with me. She's not used to working that much in a week. It's usually three, what are you doing? It's usually like 3 to 4 times a week. This week was a bit more because they asked for me to go in, which is fine, but obviously she's not used to that, so that's why she's so exhausted. But I allow her to rest. She can rest, it's fine. She's allowed to have that rest time. But I think that's it about Delilah, to be honest with you. There's no else has happened apart from that. Yeah, no else really. Trying to think, let me think. No, nothing else has happened. That's it for Delilah. She's she's amazing, she's grown a lot. But yeah, she's doing amazing. So let's move on to Xena. Xena. So as you all know, if you've been on my channel, Xena is a Rottweiler cross with an XL bully. She is doing amazing. She's currently on a season, so she's in a bit of pain. She gets quite bad cramps, and the reason why we know that she gets cramps is because she howls in her sleep when she's on her season, and that just basically means that they're getting cramp and they just don't like it really. But obviously no female likes the time of the month or time of the 6 month, because Xena only has it every 6 months and she has it for a month, so she gets it rough really. Shouldn't have it as much as we do, but when she does get it, it's for a month, so you can imagine the stress that she goes through. And with her being a Rottweiler, she is very boisterous as it is. So when she's on her season, she's even more boisterous. So she has to be a bit separated from Delilah, which, just because obviously with her being a working dog, she's knackered. She's absolutely knackered, and Xena just is a bit much when she's being her boisterous self. But yeah, that's fine. Xena's currently in the living room doing her own stuff, perhaps asleep. Delilah's here being a little weirdo with all her, like, her bones on the thingy on the bed. So Xena has 2 cups of kibble twice a day. Sometimes she has raw with that. She has water with her kibbles, soak it up, and so she makes sure they get a lot of water in their system, because some dogs just don't like drinking. Xena loves drinking, Delilah not so much, so she has quite a lot of water with her food, just so I know it's in her really. And she's fine, she's a good dog. So Xena's been really good. Obviously with Xena being who she is, she doesn't like other dogs, which means she can't be let off the lead in normal dog parks. And also yeah, she just can't be let off lead at all. So, and then I was telling my mum about this place. It's called Bold Bark. It's going into Ozatwizzle. And I told my mum about it, and then ever since we've been 3 times so far, and we like it. My mum loves it. She thinks it's amazing for the dogs, so we go every week on a Tuesday. So we go there and we let Xena off, and literally 10 minutes she's on the floor. She's literally laid down, she's panting, she's like, oh my god. That was so fun. And then after, so she's exhausted. That's all she needs. A Rottweiler only needs half an hour of exercise. She needs 3 hours of exercise. Not yet, not with her being a puppy, but when she's fully grown, she needs 3 hours a day. Which is perfectly fine. I've got time for that. I can do it. Even with work, I can still do it because she comes to work with me. So it's fine. It is fine. So yeah. Xena absolutely loves going to these places. Obviously, Xena only gets one big walk a week, which some people might think, oh, that's not enough, that's not enough. She's a Rottweiler, crossed with an XL bully. They only need a half an hour walk a day, and she gets 2 hours at once. So that's that's equivalent to 4-day walk. And in my mum's, obviously she's not mine. Xena is not my dog. Xena is a family dog and personally my mum's dog. She will walk her when she feels like she needs walking. At the minute with her being on a season, she cannot be walked. She will still go to this place. She will still go to this place on Tuesday, but that is it. My mum sometimes walks her during the week more than that walk on Tuesdays, but sometimes she doesn't, and that's perfectly fine because that Tuesday walk is enough for Xena. She doesn't want no more. She's a guard dog. She just doesn't want any more. Sometimes I walk her if I've got time, but obviously my priority and my animals and everything like that, and what I've got to do around the house and stuff. So that's Xena. Xena's not really changed really. She's just a good dog really, Xena. What are you doing? And she's doing good with Delilah, still mothering on it. She's being a bit aggressive at the minute with her being on a season, but that's normal really. She wears knickers, literally wears knickers, dog knickers. I know, I found that very funny when she came downstairs this morning. But yeah, that's Xena really. She's not really changed. She's just a good dog overall. Let's move on to the guinea piggies, guinea winnies. What are you doing? So I've actually got some good news when it comes to the piggies. I don't want to tell you what the news is because it's not official yet. When it's official, I will announce it. So, guinea pigs. So Flapjack, funny as ever. What are you doing? Do you need a wee? What do you want? What do you want? So Flapjack, funny as ever. He's hilarious. They're all fine. They're all fat. I'm joking. They're not. They're all good weight, and they're all doing good. Amazing. The only thing I could update you on the guinea pigs is the outhouse is slowly getting done now. We're starting to take because basically the outhouse has got a bike in it and loads of bin bag rubbish from like Christmas, stuff like that, there was too much to put in the wheel bin, so we bagged it all up, put it in the outhouse, and we forgot about it. So now we're slowly, obviously when the red bin goes out, we'll put quite a few, we'll put 4 bags next to the bin, because they'll only take 4 though, they won't take more than 4. And then we'll do it same when it goes again. Oh, she fell over. She keeps tripping over. I think she got a little bit of a school loss. I'm joking. But yeah, so we're getting the outhouse slowly done. The outhouse, like when it comes to like proper emptying it out and getting it painted and stuff being built on it, and because we're these shelves in it, and we need one of the shelves extending for a indoor cage to put there. You'll find out why soon. You'll find out why soon. You can guess and put it down below in the comments, but I ain't giving away nothing because I don't know if it's legit yet. My mum said, she isn't saying yeah and she ain't saying no, but at the same time I put everything in my Amazon basket that I need to buy for this project, well, for this thing that's going to be happening. And I told her how much it'd be and everything like that. Obviously it'll come out of my pockets, it'll come out of my money, but she agreed. She said yeah, you need all that stuff. She just got that, she just grabbed that, and she said you need all that stuff before you can do it, and yeah, so she agreed. So I think it is on. I think it's going to happen. I will release the news when I know for definite it's going to be happening. She said she'll give me a definite answer in April once the outhouse is done. So, boom! So that's going to be happening. The house is going to be proper starting to get emptied, and my mum will actually help me when it starts to warm up apparently outside. My mum don't go in the back garden. The back garden is my job to stay clean basically. And I've got the picking up the poo job, which is fine because obviously my dog, and I would pick up my dog's poo anyway. So, and obviously I'm out there with the guinea pigs every day, so I just keep that garden clean, and I think I do a good job. So really, that is all that I've got to say. But yeah, that's all I've got to say. I'll be doing a treat stock up for the dogs soon when I get paid, because they're actually running quite low. So I will sort that out. I'll sort that video out hopefully shortly. And yeah, so I don't know what to talk about now. If you want me to do any videos of any animal I've got, or if you want any advice, if you want me to talk about anything, just let me know below and in the comments, and we'll make a video on it. I'll make a whole video about the question that you've asked. It can be anything. Obviously it can be anything: rabbit, dog, cat, guinea pig. Anything else I won't have a clue about really, because I haven't owned them myself. I've owned all them animals. I own them now, except for the rabbits. But I still know a lot about rabbits, so you can still ask me. And yeah, so yes. And I will video me doing the house to show you what I've done and stuff like that. It's actually quite bad at the minute because it's still got the sawdust and the hair in the bottom from my rabbit, so it's kind of like mouldy and horrible, so it's going to be horrible to do. But I'll show you set up, and I'll obviously, once I've ordered everything for it, I'll unpack it all on camera to show you what I got and why I got it and why I think it was good to buy and why other things weren't good to buy. But I can give you a couple of helpful tips if you want. So, guinea pigs and rabbits, if you have them in a hutch, every hutch needs to be renewed every 5 years, just because the wood, unless you want to fork out money to get a wood protector, that's fine. They can probably live another 5 years, sorry. And then you do it again, but you just need to check for the backboard isn't moulding. If it's moulding, then you just need to get a new hutch, because you're going to make the animals that are living inside ill. Let's think of more facts. A dog. So people say to me, why don't you feed your dog full raw? My dog does eat raw. She eats raw treats. She eats raw every other night. The only reason, you do not have to feed your dog raw. There's no like legal thing saying you must feed your dog raw for it to live a healthy, good life. That isn't true. You can feed your dog just kibble and water, and your dog will still live a healthy, strong life. The only thing I would advise you to get, if you are just going to feed them kibble, is supplements. You need to give them probiotics and just stuff like that. If you just look it up, what supplements do I need to feed my dog for it to live a good and healthy, strong life, it will come up with things. You do not have to feed your dog raw mince. It's so expensive, and yeah, you just don't have the time to fork out that money, or have the money to fork out for your dog to eat raw. So you don't have to do it. You don't have to feel like you have to feed your dog raw. When I got my puppy, I felt like I had to feed my dog raw, because everyone said that's how your dog will live a strong, healthy life, if you feed your dog raw. And no, it's not true. One, Delilah just didn't like raw. We fed her, obviously when I got her, I felt I felt like I had to feed her raw, so she did eat raw. She just didn't like it. She just didn't eat it at all, and she used to throw it up. So she does not eat raw. She eats kibble, water, and she has raw every other day. Obviously she's used to raw now. She eats chicken paste every night on a lit mat. She eats Greek yogurt, low fat Greek yogurt on a lit mat every night, and ham, chicken. Obviously that varies on a lit mat every night. And then she has cucumber, lettuce, celery, all stuff like that. Is so good for your dog. So that's another thing. Instead of feeding your dog raw meat, why not give him like a celery stick every other day, or cucumber in the food, carrot, stuff like that. That is probably better for your dog than all this raw stuff. And it's cheaper, it's easy to give to your dog, and it's also like a sensory toy for them, and it gives them something to do. Last night she had a celery stick, and it took her ages just to eat it. I don't know why. I think she was a bit scared of it. She kept like backing up on it and then eating it and then backing up. It's like, what are you doing? But yeah, if there's just anything you want me to talk about, just let me know and I will answer you very quickly. And I will say my honest feelings, and I will say the truth about what I think about things and what you want me to say. I will just say the truth. I ain't gonna lie, because if I lie, you're putting an animal in danger. Because you could ask me like, is let me think. Is a guinea pig allowed to eat ham? If I lied and said, oh yeah, it's fine if she's eaten it since she was a baby, it's fine. It's not. It's not fine. Guinea pigs and rabbits are not supposed to eat meat. They are, is it herbivore? Alexa, are guinea pigs herbivores?
Guinea pigs are herbivores.
Wait,
Guinea pigs' diet contain grass, seeds,
Alexa,
and flour.
Stop. So, that was very clever. That I'm not very good with the herbivore and omnivore kind of thing. I always forget which is which. So yeah, guinea pigs and rabbits are herbivores. They, in their diet, only things they need is green stuff. So grass, seeds. Don't feed them seeds. They only eat seeds in the wild. That's because it's the only bloody thing they can find. But yeah, I would never feed my guinea pig or anything like that seeds. I just think, why? Just give them like carrots, broccoli, stuff like that, and then obviously the basic kibble. People sometimes don't know what kibble is. Kibble is just a biscuit. It's just a solid thing that you give to them, and make sure there's sensory toys in for them. But yeah, that is all that I've got to say today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, make sure you subscribe, like, and drop a comment if you want to know anything else, really. And if you do subscribe, remember to put the notification bell on so you are notified whenever I drop a new video. Yeah, I love you all, and I hope to see you on my next video.